Well, we are here for the final match of the second round of the group stage. It's Group C. And we are at the Maracana, where the hosts Brazil and Uruguay will look to lick their wounds and get themselves back into contention to qualify for the next knockout round. Well, for the true visitors of this match, Uruguay, they are looking to lick their wounds from the entertaining 3-2 loss against Yugoslavia. Oscar Miguez scoring 2 goals, Alcides Gigia assisting on one of them. But ultimately, that leaky Uruguayan defense, despite having some good players, cost them dearly again. And for Brazil, the less said the better, and perhaps unironically, that was the game, if you recall, where we thought we had our broadcast up and running, and even our backup file, everything was corrupted. We didn't get the broadcast out, we couldn't upload a recording, it was lost forever, and I don't think Brazil's complaining about that because it was a quite embarrassing 3-0 loss to what looks to be like the leading light of this tournament, Spain. Brazil losing 3-0 in that game. On the topic of Brazil, well, what do they have in common with Uruguay? Well, both are previous World Cup runners-up. Uruguay in the first ever World Cup 20 years ago as the host, finishing as the runners-up to France. And Brazil, the last-minute heartbreak 2 years ago in Switzerland, losing to Austria 3-2. And they expect in this tournament that they were thrown straight into the group of death somehow. And they're going to take on perennial underachievers, Uruguay as well. What is the environment for both teams here? Well, let's start with the host, Brazil. If they draw this game, they stay alive. If they win, it means that Uruguay are eliminated. And you're probably wondering, well, how could that be? Uruguay would have 0 points, Brazil was hoping would have 3. You know, Uruguay are still within striking distance of second place. Well, what that would mean is that Brazil actually have Yugoslavia as their last match. By the law of logic, Yugoslavia or Brazil would have to at least get 1 point from that match. Well, if Brazil wins today, it means Yugoslavia will end up with at least 4 points, or Brazil will end up with at least 4 points. And a loss today from Uruguay would eliminate them because they'd still be on 0. So a loss today eliminates Uruguay. Uruguay need at least a point to stay alive. They have to take on Spain. Uruguay need at least a point to stay alive. Brazil can lose this game, then go on and beat Yugoslavia, and Spain could beat Uruguay, and the goal differential could work out in Brazil's favor given the results. And if you think that that is a mad situation, we remind you, we take you back to the World Cup 2 years ago. That very same situation happened to Uruguay when Uruguay went into the final round in first place. And not only did England beat them 5-0, they eliminated them completely, allowing Denmark to finish in second. So that result is entirely possible. Well, there's the preview of the game. We now go to the kits. Where? Don't know what that is. Okay. Where? Uruguay are in the famous sky blue, and Brazil will wear the white. Brazil's goalkeeper will be in green, Uruguay's will be in black. The football we are using today is a red and white Mikasa. Very classic looking football there. And of course, this game is being played at the Maracana, officially entitled the Estadio Jornalista Mario Filho, the Maracana. We'll now go to the lineups. Massively in the Uruguayan goal. Let's just take a moment here to look at Uruguay's team. One moment. Uruguay just sorting out there. So for Uruguay, it's really much of the same. Martinez and Tejera are the center backs. Varela is the captain. He marshals ahead of the defense. Andrade and Gambetta are the wider midfielders. The supporting strikers are Scapino and Julio Perez. Alcides Gigia and Ernesto Vidal are the wingers, and goal scorer Oscar Miguez is the center forward. For Brazil, Augusto is the captain. Nena, Juvenal, and the captain Augusto are the defenders. Moshe Barbosa at goal. Danilo Alvim and Orona are the holding midfielders. The two supporting strikers are Little Zizinho and Jair. Riaja is on the wing with Antamir, and Alcazar is the center forward. The runners-up from 2 years ago. It's all on the line, but more so for Uruguay. Of course, Brazil want the points. But the pressure is on Uruguay here to get at least the points. We go. The Estadio Jornalista Mario Filho, the Maracana. The players are ready to come out. Now here we are. What a stadium, the Maracana. Sadness, tragedy in the first round of the group stage, losing 3-0 to Spain. Brazil will be looking to fare much better this time around. Here's the table again. Spain whitewashing Yugoslavia. Is how they have 6 points. They are the class of the tournament so far. And Johan Wyckoff is the referee. Well, we checked the match conditions briefly. They look perfect. The audio is set. The cameras are angled. Uruguay will kick us off here at the Maracana. It's on the line. Brazil, Zizinho out wide to Friaja. Norona, Zizinho is possessed by Andrade. Ernesto Vidal is on the left. He'll cross it! And the meeting of the heads resulted in a goal kick. Dangerous moment there. Scapino. Ernesto Vidal looks dangerous today. He wins a corner. Scapino will take it. And it's Uruguay on the front foot. Blocked across the box and cleared by Brazil. see this Higuita, Gambetta, and it's wide by Miguez! Brilliant ball in by Gambetta, and Miguez hooked it wide. And on 5 minutes, Uruguay had a chance. And it's a uncharacteristic miss by Miguez. He had Barbosa at his mercy. Let's see, Vidal has looked impressive starting here early. He is said to be in the eyes of Fiorentina. And there's some sporting behavior there. That might be the one moment that happens today. These two are rivals. Oh, he tried to slip it in. It's cleared by Uruguay. As we approach 9 minutes, Miguez. Maracana up to Ademir. Ademir has space ahead. Ademir now down the left. Ademir crossing! And it's out of the reach of Pliaja. And there's Higuita. And well done by Captain Augusto. Pliaja. Here's Zizinho. Danilo Alvin headed away. Maracana. Ademir did not get back on side. This chance for Uruguay. They breached the box, but Higuita was offside. And the restart here, 15 minutes in, it's 0-0. Friaja. Bring it back to Zizinho! Zizinho on the whiplash strike, curled it away from the post. I do think Maspoli had it covered, but it was a chance. Pretty even game, this one. Both teams playing some good football. Schiaffino. Danilo Alvin. Ademir crosses the ball. Maracana. Jair. Zizinho's in. Zizinho! Maspoli cut the angle and made the save. Big save by Maspoli. The corner by Jair. Oh, it's an own goal! Uruguay dealt a massive blow. It went right off the defender and it crept in. What was he doing? Zero awareness there. Curled in by Jair. Oh, I think he thought Ademir was going to flick it on. Instead, it hit right off his body. Right off the left knuckle. And Maspoli was caught in two minds. And it's a tragic moment for Uruguay. They are down 1-0 thanks to an own goal. Off the left-handed knuckle. And Maspoli just could not get there in time. And Brazil lead 1-0. They'll take it. And if this scoreline stands, Uruguay are going home. And it'd be a bit of a shocker. They are amongst the favorites of this tournament. But of course, they are in a humongously difficult group. The own goal. Zizinho. Andrade recovers well. Here's Julio Perez looking to play in Miguez. Augusto seemingly everywhere at the back. Next, Friaja. And the volley by Baltazar is well over the bar. There's Schiaffino. Oh, great coverage there by the Brazil defense. They're really playing well right now, but here comes the Uruguay. Higuita down the right. Higuita gets it in. Schiaffino! He had to pull the trigger and he did it, and now it's a counter from Brazil. Friaja on the left. Friaja on the left foot. And he curled it wide. Harmless in the end. But that's how quick Brazil can transition into attack. Zizinho. Oh, good save! Zizinho! I don't know that he could believe that Baltazar was that open, but he was. Slipped it to him. Baltazar hit it first time. And Maspoli's made some good saves, and there he has good hands to keep it 1-0 on 27 minutes. Uruguay having some trouble. Brazil save the line. Okay, Mascoli, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, is doing what he can to keep it 1-0. Scafino. Chance in Boachea. Barbosa denies Oscar Miguez. Good save by Barbosa. Corner kick by Scafino. Well, they risked an own goal themselves, but Barbosa scooped it up. Well, Miguez has missed some chances. Here's Friacha. Jair to take the corner. That's another corner, I think. Yes, Jair to curl it in again. Uruguay won't want to be seeing those anymore after the disastrous own goal. Oscar Miguez has had some opportunities, but he's failed to score. It's 1-0. The own goal. And Marona does well, and Barbosa will clear. Right back it comes. Ernesto Vidal. Plays it to Scafino. Gambetta. Chance, and it's 1-1! Gambetta teed up Scafino. Brilliant, Gambetta, and what a finish by Scafino, passing it into the net. Barbosa didn't have a chance. Brazil too static. As they saw Gambetta curl around his man, tee it up nicely. And Scafino ain't gonna miss those. Just passes it in. Brilliant goal from Maracana. And it's 1-1. Juan Alberto Scafino. And here comes Vidal. And it's headed away. Scafino said to be coveted by AC Milan. Here's Friacha. Friacha. Baltazar looking to turn. He wins the corner. Jair to take. Headed away by Uruguay. They're making sure to defend those now. Great crossfield switch to Gigia, who takes on his man. Long ball in. Headed outside of the box by Miguez. Genius effort that by Miguez, and it wasn't far away. Had Barbosa thinking about scrambling. 3 minutes remain. Zizinho to Friacha. Mascoli with a big save. Friacha took it in. And that's a wonderful save on the one-on-one by Mascoli, spreading his body and making the save. Brazil continuing. Antamir crossing it in! Body on the line. And Zizinho, just 169 centimeters tall, put everything on the line to give Brazil the lead. The assist by Adamir. And little Zizinho got behind two big defenders. But if you're behind the defenders, it doesn't matter. And he heads it in. Mascoli had no chance. And he won't mind getting the tumble. Hit after the play, tumbles to the ground. But little Zizinho gives Brazil the lead. And it's finally the first goal by a Brazilian player at this World Cup. It's 2-1 Brazil. The Maracana exploding into life. Antamir down the left. Cuts it across! Kill and row! It's Jair! Ademir with his second assist in as many minutes. Jair wasn't going to miss that. And now Uruguay are really staring down the barrel. Down 2 goals to Brazil at the Maracana. If this result stands, they go home. And it's not a long trip. Jair played in. And he was never going to have Maspoli save that. Brilliant finish. And in the span of 2 minutes, it's all gone absolutely wrong for Uruguay. And Brazil are, at this rate, going to stay alive and have everything to play for against Yugoslavia. Uruguay's not going to quit, though. Brazil will go into halftime up 3-1. An own goal. Here's the own goal. It was brought to 1-1. Gambetta teeing up Scafino. They earned it. But then Ademir, assist number 1, chipped it in. Zizinho heading it home. And then assist number 2, penetrating the defense. Slipping it across to Jair to put in. Uruguay had 7 chances. Brazil had 11. Uruguay had more of the ball. But Brazil created the chances. Beat Maspoli 3 times, won an own goal. And Uruguay have it all on the line, down 2 goals, 3-1. If they don't get a point in this match, they take the short trip home. They'll have to play the 3rd game, but then they'll be leaving the tournament. We go to the second half. Can Uruguay stay alive in the colossal Maracana? Well, is there a bottle jump for Brazil? Or will they eliminate Uruguay? And the Brazilians would love that. Baltazar slipped in. Oh, good defense by Uruguay. Well done. I thought Baltazar was in. Jair de Rosa. Norona. Headed away by Uruguay. Baltazar. Andrade doing well. Uruguay have got to fight for everything in this half. Uruguay's body off the ball. Aldusos had a wonderful game. There's Friacha. Zizinho. Brilliant from Zizinho. But Maspoli off his line and he claims it. Gigia. Miguez. And cleared by Brazil. Augusto with the long ball. It's out for a throw. There's Baltazar. On the wing. Zizinho's taken up central. Oh, and Jair. A bit of a wild effort that. From a tight angle. 52.5 minutes gone. It's 3-1 Brazil. Tejera. Scafino. Scafino to Julio Perez. Barbosa. Julio Perez slipped behind the defense. But Barbosa read the ball well and spread his body and made a big-time save with his legs. It remains 3-1. Tons of great goalkeepers in this tournament, one of which is Barbosa. As well as Maspoli, and we've seen some good saves today. Zizinho looking to kill off Uruguay, and the ball bounces right to Maspoli. It is still a wide-open game. Ademir, Zizinho. Zizinho's been brilliant today. Gigia on the counter. Miguez is fouled. Gambetta to restart. Gigia! Twice his effort was blocked. Gambetta on the ball. Gigia switches. Brazil with the pressure. Ernesto Vidal. Pereira, he's fouled. Scafino to take the free kick. And he lasers it wide. Not a bad effort from Scafino. But still left something to be desired. Scafino. Miguez. There's Mr. Vidal. Down goes the Brazilian. Moran comes in for Vidal. So the first change is made. And there must be one for fresh legs because Vidal was having himself a decent game. Scafino Juvenal does very well. Tejeda will track back with Martinez, the culprit of the own goal. The man who also allowed Zizinho to get across before clattering into him after the goal. Rui Campos comes in for Danilo Alvim. So Brazil have made a change. Friacha wins the corner. Jair will take. Oh, and Baltazar got low. Not a bad effort. Nodded it wide. 25 minutes remain. Friacha crossing, wins the corner. Jair to take. Oh! Right into the hands of Maspoli. Giga with room down the right. Giga crossing the header, and Barbosa does well. Zizinho on the ball now. Jair to Ademir. Jair! Maspoli with the positional save, and got it at the second attempt. Ademir on the ball again. He wins the corner. Zizinho will take this one. Oh! Goalkeeper flaps at it. But Uruguay survives. This Brazilian goalkeeper corner kicks have been an adventure for Uruguay today. Well, they are 19 minutes away from being eliminated. Vilches will come in for Gigia. They're trying everything they can now. Miguez. Vilches! And Barbosa with a nice save. Here's Julio Perez. Julio Perez to Moran. Moran cuts, shoots, and scores! A brilliant goal by Ruben Moran! And Uruguay are within striking distance now! He cut inside the defender and then whipped it to the far post! It's a brilliant goal by Ruben Moran! Coming in from the left wing. There's Augusto. He cuts Augusto. Look at that! What a play there. Augusto dives in. Moran cuts it. And then brilliant effort here. Look at this. Barbosa can't save it. Curls it in. And we have ourselves on a knife's edge now. Brazil just cannot relax, can they? Ademir gives it away. Uruguay see a pathway now. Moran. Jair now on the ball. Juvenal. Augusto, who was skinned alive by Moran there. Rui Campos does well. 14 minutes remain. Plenty of time for Uruguay. Oh, it's given away! Oh, and then a foul called, and Chico and Manecha will come in. Chico and Manecha will come in. Perez. Scafino. Vilches loses it. 11 minutes remain. Remember, 3-2 loss for Uruguay eliminates them. A point keeps them alive! Off the board! Long ball forward. And the volley on the laces by Baltazar. That could have sealed it for Brazil. Off the underside of the bar and away. Uruguay stay alive, but then they give it away in an terrible spot. They've got themselves in massive trouble now, Uruguay, but look at that for defense. Miguez out to Vilches. Miguez! Augusto does well. Brazil have got to defend. Zizinho. Oh, he's got room ahead. Zizinho. Maneca! There's Chico. Oh, we've got 6.5 minutes remaining. 5.5, excuse me. Scafino. Scafino has room ahead. One effective Scafino. Plays it. Ball's in the box for Uruguay. And across the box it was by Miguez. And he could not curl it in. Uruguay desperate for a goal. Bauer is in for Nerona. There's Scafino. Vilches. Gambetta. Perez. Andrade! It's 3-3! Heartbreak for Brazil! Uruguay may have stayed alive! Victor Andrade! His first effort caused a ping-pong effect in the box, and he kept going and poked it home! Uruguay may have just saved their World Cup campaign, and Brazil have thrown it away! It's another tragic moment at the Maracana. The 3-0 drubbing of Spain, and the throwing away of a 2-goal lead against fierce rivals Uruguay. It was blocked well. A stroke of luck off Augusto. And Andrade poked it in. Barbosa couldn't save it. With 3 minutes and change remaining, is there a final twist of the tail? What a game. Maneka. Maneka down the right. Brazil. It's cleared. Back to Maspoli, who clears. Is there a final moment? Miguez steals the ball. This is all going wrong for Brazil now. They'll have to defend a corner. Romero coming in for Perez. Scafino. Headed away by Brazil. Uruguay keep it in. They've got to deliver the ball. Crossed header by Romero. Is well over the bar. Brazil have thrown it all away, but they have a chance now. Chico crossing it, headed away. Brazil have the ball. Blocked. And Uruguay clear, and Brazil, they stay alive, but they keep Uruguay alive in the process. Can you believe it? They were sitting pretty at 3-1. And then they allowed the unthinkable to happen. Ruben Horan skinning Augusto. What a beautiful goal. And then Victor Andrade unassisted. Shot block ping pong pokes it home. And we end this match 3-3. And this match was about as even as it could get. 20 chances for Uruguay, 19 for Brazil, 50-50 possession. And both teams stay alive. We revisit the group, and you'll see that both teams are alive, but Brazil occupy last place. Well, when we return, we'll be ready to bring you back for round 3 of the group stage. We start at Group A. The United States are eliminated. The United States are not eliminated, excuse me. As they could theoretically beat Switzerland, Chile could beat Italy. And they could all result in the United States going through. So it's all to play for in Group A when we return. We bid you farewell. Brazil 3, Uruguay 3. That one will sting for Brazil, knowing they had the 3-1 lead in their grasp. We'll be back for Group A action. Take care.